Close your eyes and think back for a second. What were you doing at the age of 20? Only a handful of us can say we had a plan. That was not the case for 20-year-old Paige Bell. She not only had a plan, but was also working very hard towards that plan. Paige wanted to become a doctor, but before committing to her studies, she wanted to explore the world and probably make and save some money to make her dreams come true. So, she went out to explore the world while working. Paige was working on a super yacht called Far From It in the Bahamas and loving life. That's when her precious life was cut short by a fellow crew member just a few days before her 21st birthday. Yes, a colleague, someone she was supposed to trust. Hi guys, welcome back to Crime Science. To all the new viewers, welcome. Here we talk all things true crime. You get regular updates on current cases and the occasional deep dive on mostly solved or cold cases. This will be a multi-part series as there is just so much to unpack in this case. If that's something you like, please subscribe. It's completely free and helps this channel more than you know. Also make sure your notification bell is turned on so you never miss an upload. Thank you so much for all the support I've already received. You mean so much to this channel. Also voice your opinion in the comment section down below. I love reading your comments and all your interaction is so powerful. So let's meet Paige Bell. Paige was born 14 July 2004 in Johannesburg, South Africa, to parents Michelle and John Bell. She also had an older sister, Chelsea Jacobs. Paige had striking hazel eyes and beautiful brown hair. Her closest family and friends affectionately called her Paigey. I mean, she was the baby of the household. From a very young age, everyone noticed that Paige was different, and for that reason, she was called the Golden Girl. According to Oxford Dictionary, the meaning of Golden Girl is as follows: a very popular or successful young woman. This title is not earned without extreme determination and effort, and that's exactly the case with Paige. She matriculated in 2022 at Hillcrest High School in Durban, South Africa. They had this to say about her, and I quote, "She will be remembered as an incredibly special young lady who was the happiest, most bubbly person," end quote. Although Paige wanted to become a doctor, she also had the most beautiful voice and could have taken that route if she wanted to, but she decided to start her career in the yachting industry, where she was building a very promising career. Starting as a stewardess on the motor yacht Sweet Emotion, Paige worked until December 2024, and they had the following to say about her. Paige was more than a teammate. She was family. Her radiant spirit, infectious laughter, and boundless compassion made an unforgettable impact on everyone lucky enough to know her. Whether it was long days out at sea or a quiet moment under the stars, she brought light and warmth everywhere she went, they shared. And let's step back for a second. You don't just land a job on a motor yacht like Sweet Emotion. This yacht is available for charter for 10 guests in 5 luxury cabins and 6 crew members. Depending on the season, you'll have to pay between $85,000 and $95,000 per week. Paige definitely had to work very hard to get that job and make sure that all her paperwork like passports, etc. is in place. So while others her age were making plans to go out to parties, Paige was planning her future. Take a look at this, just to give you an idea of where Paige started her career. From there, she transitioned to the luxury super yacht Far From It. This marks a significant step in her career. Far From It was more exclusive, with prices starting from 140,000 Rand per week. Though her time on this vessel was brief, Paige was reportedly well regarded by her peers, and her ambition hinted at a bright future in the industry. Not only was Paige building a very promising career while having the time of her life, she was so lucky to share this with her boyfriend. They went everywhere together, and the Bahamas had a very special place in their hearts. The morning of 3 July 2025 was like any other in the beautiful Bahamas. Clear blue sky and the sun shining on the perfect Bohemian sea. Paige and her boyfriend, Franco Kritziner, sat down for a coffee before he took the guests ashore. A friend of Paige said she was last seen kissing Franco goodbye as he was about to take the tender out, and that was about 10 a.m. There was just no way that he could have imagined that his life would be turned upside down as soon as he stepped foot back on the deck. He returned to absolute chaos. Fellow staff could not find Paige at around lunchtime and searched all 6 luxury VIP suites and crew quarters. Cops were also called and boarded the 43-meter yacht, where they were told that Paige had not been seen for a period of time. Paige was found, not fully clothed and unresponsive, in the yacht's engine room with visible stab wounds, before a doctor attended the scene and confirmed she had died. The fact that Paige was not fully clothed would suggest that there was a sexual element to what happened. And for what we know now, I think we can confidently say that Paige obviously did not have the same idea as her co-worker when going down in the engine room. She allegedly sustained stab wounds to her neck and defensive cuts to her arm, suggesting that she fought for her life. Paige was found near a colleague, 39-year-old Brigido Munoz, the engineer who had severe injuries to his arm in what police described as a suspected suicide attempt. He was apprehended and taken to a nearby clinic for treatment, police said in a statement, before he was later charged with murder. Munoz was denied bail and will return to court 20 November 2025. He also didn't have to enter a plea to the charge when he stood before Chief Magistrate Roberto Ricli. We know by now that when a knife is used as a weapon of choice, most of the time the perpetrator wanted and had means to get close and personal with the victim. My question now is what his mindset was luring Paige to the engine room. He knew very well that Paige had a boyfriend and wasn't interested. He must have known that there was no coming back from what he had planned, and that is why he equipped himself with a weapon. We also don't know if murder-suicide was his plan all along, and he just wanted his way before acting out his intentions. I really don't think that he acted out of a place of fear that he wouldn't see her again. Paige was coming back. Like I mentioned, Paige was born 14 July, so this was just little over a week from her birthday, and she had plans to return to South Africa to celebrate her 21st birthday with her family and friends back home. Just imagine the heartbreak when you get notified that your baby girl, who you were so excited to see, was no longer coming home. Not now, not ever. Please keep a lookout for part 2 in this case. Until next time, bye.